Welcome everybody, Red Arrow 23 here. Today we've got another playbook episode. We're going to be looking at Chimera. Let's boom this beach! So we've got Jaka is moving day, we've got the Zookas, and we're bringing along Sparky. So we're going to be trying out something a little bit new. So have a quick look. We're going to be clearing out some mines first. So this is where we want to be parking our Zookas a little bit later on. So that's where we're going to be clearing those mines. This one has 2.2 million on the core. So it's just gonna we just need to consider that when we're hitting this. And what you can see is that the first thing we're going to do, this laser is out of range of the Zookas, but these rocket launchers are going to be in range of the left hand side. So what we're going to do first of all is just drop one smoke on the beach. And then as you'll see, we'll truck down 3 boats of Zookas and we'll flare above, right into the dead zone of all of these rocket launchers. So you need to have that smoke, that flare quite accurate, and the smoking needs to be a little bit better than this, which is all good. And you don't need to smoke the final spot, obviously, because you're going to be in the dead zone. The rocket launchers won't be able to target you. So just make sure you watch out for that pathing. If you need to add a smoke on the wall just below this rocket launcher here, that's fine, but I suggest just know where they're going to walk and then you just smoke for that. So once those 4 rocket launchers are down, just using the 3 boats that we had from the beginning, you let them just walk up to the top a little bit, then we flare down into the corner. And the reason we do this is we want them to be a little bit further away from the corner, so that once you flare and you've dropped all these boats, these new additions are going to walk into that corner, and the Zookas are going to move down. So hopefully they're arriving closer, not at the same time, because it's not going to happen, but as close to that as possible, so that they're a little bit more grouped. Obviously didn't work this time, and even if it doesn't, it helped that Everspark actually pooped out some critters into the sniper tower. It's not going to be taking out our Zookas as they go round the corner. Just got the one there. And you can see all our Zookas are going up the left hand side there. It's perfect. Might even use a flare. So the whole reason that we're over on this left hand side right now is that we're going to just be collecting cells. There's a whole bunch of free cells here. You look at them, you're just going to be taking out a whole bunch. The critters are doing a little bit of work as well. And so far he's already 2 minutes into the attack. Or he's got 2 minutes to go, I should say. And then what we want to do is we want to smoke anywhere behind this line, this wall, just above this mortar, anywhere behind that for our next flare. So once we've established that we've taken enough GBE to do the shocks and critters that we're going to have planned at the core, and using the special ability of this hero, then we can flare into this spot. So we've got this spot here. The reason we got that one is because it's direct line to our finishing spot just to the left of this shock launcher, and we'll just wait for the Zookas to catch up to the hero. We don't want to lose delay on any of these rocket launchers or the shock launcher, so our smoke spacing is very critical in this spot here. And as you can see, we've double smoked just shy of the core, and we're using universal remote. So he's tagged the universal remote first. He's tagged the shock launcher when he was doing his mine clearing and nothing else. He's tapped the universal remote, so it's targeted the shock launcher because it's the most damage defense in the area, and or in her range, which is just shy of green range, which is about 10.5 tiles, I believe. And then he's flared onto the core. So what we're expecting here is that the Zookas are going, you can see that he's just tapped this top critter. You can see that ring just between the sniper towers. Just before or just after, he's going to be dropping critters on the right hand side also. So once the smoke expires, Everspark is going to be universal remoting and taking over the shock launcher, which has, I believe, about 100k on it, which is a decent amount. It's going to be our meat shield for this attack for all of these rocket launchers. And we're just dropping those critters so that the whilst the shock launcher is being taken over, the rocket launchers don't target onto and stay targeted onto our Zookas. And also just provides a little bit of protection from the boom cannons and snipers. So once we'll go into half speed, because there's a lot going on here. We've got critters going up, down below, and then up top. We unfortunately did have one Zuka peak, so it sparked up the all the rocket launchers turned a bit early. Shock launcher and those machine guns are already underway. The shock launcher is now taken, and the critters are being destroyed also. And he hasn't thrown any shocks, because that's the shock launcher firing. And the shock launcher is just taking a beating, and we're just hitting the core. And then we go for 2 shocks, because he's saving his shocks for when the shock launcher is down. You did see that we lost quite a few Zukas from these top rocket launchers firing to begin with, so I definitely suggest at least shocking those top 2 in the initial rush. And then whilst this shock launcher is taking all the damage, just before it goes down, you want to be shocking these rows of rocket launchers, which is exactly what Moving Day has done. And as you can see, there was 2.2 mil on the core. He's got a little bit of leftover GBE, which is going to throw into the core, and that's going to tie it up for probably about, I'd say, 1.3 million health that he just took off that core. Remembering that he's cleared out a whole bunch of cells on the left hand side. So let's just count the GBE now. So we've got 1, 2, 3 arts for the mines and shock launchers. And then we're going to be doing 1, 2, 3 smokes, and that's 1 flare already. We're just going to count the smokes, so it's got another flare there. It's really nice being able to see the entire operation map on this tablet. I like it a lot. And here we go. It's going to take a while to just eat through all of these cells, get us ready for the hit. And you remember our perfect 45-degree angle from just left of that shock launcher to just above this cannon where that flare's just dropped. Got another smoke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for the double smoke. And then let's bring it in to slow time. So we've gone critters up and down, 1 up, 1 down. We haven't shocked the machine gun. And remember, the machine guns are ruthless after the update. So the machine guns are ripping into the critters, rocket launchers all firing into the shock launcher. And then we're starting to lose those Zukas on the upper side to the top rocket launchers. So here we go, getting some nice damage. Everspark is taking a bit of a nap, but that's okay. And just hitting the core. There we go. So just make sure you get all of those flare points down for your standard Chimera. If you can bring Everspark, you need Everspark up to level 3 so you can unlock the universal remote. And it definitely is going to be very helpful for some of these maps, just meat shielding from all of those rocket launchers. Great hit from Jucker, I really like it. That's going to do it for this playbook episode. Let us know in this comment section down below if you have any different takes on how you should do Chimera, what you would do to tidy up that attack. It's one of the first ones that we've used for these heroes. And that's going to do it. Give us a comment down below, give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and subscribe for more Boom Beach!